government shutdown, some programs and some assistance that are out there. So if you do know a federal employee or someone who works for the government who is not going to be getting paid right now, you'll be able to relay that information to them as well. So we entered a shutdown on yesterday, October the 1st, after Congress failed to pass appropriations and continuing resolution. Some agencies and essential services like defense, air traffic control, they'll continue operations, but many discretionary and regulatory functions are being suspended. So roughly 900,000 federal workers may be furloughed and many more required to keep working without immediate pay. So because of this, there are a couple companies, since we are in Columbus and we are in one of the, well, we are the largest infantry base in America, Navy Federal, USAA. Both of those banks, they have what's called a government shutdown program. So those two banks, particularly Navy Federal, they right now they are offering 0% interest loans. USAA has a program as well with them. You would need to log into your online account and see if you qualify. There are some terms that you must qualify. So definitely check those two banks out, Navy Federal and USAA. They both are military banks. They both have a government shutdown program. Navy Federal is going to be the top one because it's offering 0% interest loans through a paycheck assistance program. So those are the two banks there that you can contact and get more information on. As far as that, if you are reviewing dependency on your federal contracts and grants, meaning if you have a federal contract and or grant and it's done through the federal government, you may just want to go through all your files and make sure you have everything correct. What is the contingency for federal funding if it's frozen? What deliverables may be delayed? Can you propose interim adjustments, downscaling to keep cash flow from being crushed? So you want to go back and review those contracts to see what other programs or appropriations you have to help you in this instance here. Lockdown or expanded alternative revenue streams. Use the time to explore local, state, or private contracts as well. Diversify clients so that when one federal door locks, others are still open. And be cash flow aggressive. And always be, you don't, excuse me, don't be ready. Don't try to get ready when things happen. Already be ready. So that's why I always preach to you guys when it comes to funding. So when you have funding, business term loans and things like that you have access to, you don't necessarily have to use it then. But when times like this, it's always good to have a business term loan that you can go back and borrow from when you know the contract is not coming in. You know you're not going to get paid for however long this government shutdown happens. Prayerfully, it gets resolved pretty fast. But you always want to make sure that you're cash flow aggressive and you're getting access to those open lines of credit as well. And support your employees, offer short-time advances, flexible scheduling, or side gig referral programs as well. So that is information on, again, the federal shutdown that's happening now. So if you have a know of a federal worker who may need that information, I'll post it in the chat and post it onto our social medias as well. So you guys will have all that information. But that has been the business tip of the day. I'm going to pass it back to Madam President there.
All right, thank you, Monte, for that. And for those of you who may be traveling, I travel for my job, and near the end of the year, I do a lot of traveling. TSA, the last time they had the shutdown in 2018, 2019, and it was for a long period of time. One of the things that were impacted was travel. So if you travel for your job, make sure you get to the airport earlier than what they tell you to. I think the time they tell you is like 2 hours. They're recommending three and a half to 4 hours before your time to fly out, just to take into consideration. The last time we had a shutdown, we had a lot of TSA employees that were calling out because they weren't getting paid. So keep that in mind, even if you're traveling for pleasure or for business. Just my little tip, I was traveling for work yesterday, and I'll be traveling in the next couple of weeks quite frequently. So keep that in mind if you are traveling to get to the airport much earlier if you were than you were before. And if you're traveling internationally, that's even earlier than that, just to take into consideration, just in case there is a low staff of TSA employees. With that being said, I'm going to turn things over to Dr. Rocky Marsh, our VP of Member Engagement and Experience, for our special guest this morning. Dr. Rocky, take it away.
Thank you, Madam President, and good morning, everyone in the River Valley. Listen, we do have a special guest today, but our special guest is no stranger to nobody. And in this world of constantly changing things, when it's hard for businesses to start, harder for them to stay in business for 1 to 3 years, but to make it to year 11, to make it to year 11 is something that needs to be told. And here to tell that story is our very own DJ Michael Soul. And he's going to talk to us about Black Friday. I know we have some hard times coming up, but the show must continue. Michael Soul, what's going on, brother? And
Great,
you got
great morning to you
there you
right here in
go.
River Valley. Yeah, yeah,
Morning,
yeah.
sir.
Great morning to
And
you,
listen,
man. Thank you for having me.
as always, hey, anytime, as always, you're on the move, man. You're always making moves in the vehicle, going from one place to another. But I know you got time. Thanks for taking the time to tell us what's going on in year 11 that we all need to know about.
Man, listen, as we move into this second decade, right? When we think 11, man, we're going into the second decade of this platform. And I got to give credit where credit is due to the founders of the Black Friday pop-up shop, T. Grimes and Tiffany Mitchell. They had a vision which excited me even 11 years ago of bringing Black-owned businesses together in a space to where we can promote ourselves and enjoy ourselves and celebrate ourselves and support each other. So we are here, year 11. Right back again in the area where it started in the Liberty District. We're going to be at the Page Dolman Complex, which is a new location, but guess what? It's right across the street from where it all started at the Liberty Theater. So we're right back in the Liberty District at the Page Dolman Complex Friday, November 11th. Even when we say Black Friday, Rocky, sometimes it doesn't resonate that it's the day after Thanksgiving, everybody, the day after Thanksgiving. But I'm super excited, Rocky, as we move into this next decade of bringing businesses and nonprofits together.
And listen, so I want to make sure this is year 11, but the date of the event is November the 28th. Am I correct?
That's correct. November 28th, the day after Thanksgiving, everybody. Black Friday.
Listen, so one thing we always want to do, Mike, so as our first, you will know, we want to make sure that we can attract as many small businesses or vendors. Let us know. We have a lot of businesses that want to get out there and get their businesses visibility. As you know, are there still spaces for people to register? And if so, how do they do that?
Great, great. My amazing partner is on the line. Shout out to Candace Robin D. Davis. She's going to drop the links in there. This is an indoor and outdoor event as well. So we've got spaces indoor as well as outdoor. And it's just an exciting time as we approach 2026. I'm not even going to say the end of the year because we always look ahead. And so as we approach 2026, it's a great time for businesses to come together and build momentum going into the new year.
Well, listen, Mike. So listen, everyone that is watching right now, if you are watching us on replay or you're watching us live, if you can check the chat, you are in for a treat because Robin D. Davis is dropping the registration and the info. If you're just joining us, go back to the chat. It's probably in there right now, right now. Michael, so I'm going to give you the last word before we hang it up, man. I appreciate you stopping by. What's the last word you want to give the people?
Listen, I want you to support this event. Each and every year it grows. We've got giveaways. We've got live performances that take place as well. You're going to see amazing food vendors as well as non-food vendors, and all from all walks of life and all categories, from fashion to jewelry to food, as I said, to handmade items to artwork as well. This is one of the greatest times for us to come together as we approach this holiday season as well and build momentum going into the new year. So please support. We're looking for sponsors as well. Your sponsorship, definitely would be welcomed as well as vendors. So see the links in the chat as well. And we look forward to seeing everybody Friday, November 28th at 11 a.m. We bumped up the time as well, Rocky, to 11
Okay.
a.m. instead of 10 to give everybody a little chance to get up and get moving on that Black Friday. You know how it goes the day after Thanksgiving.
Exactly, man. It's a struggle, man. The struggle. Well, listen, Michael, so thanks for stopping by today. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you check the chat. Also, thank you to Robin D. Davis for both you coming on and sharing this information. We are looking forward to it. Thank you for stopping by. If you get time, Mike, so I know you're on the move. If you can stay on for just a few minutes, go to mute and check the chat. Make sure all the questions get answered because I know we're going to get a lot of those after the chat. But thank you to you both. And I now hand it back to Madam President.
Thank you.
All right, I'm trying to maneuver buttons and removing spotlights and stuff. So I saw that side out, Dr. Rocky. So I'm gonna keep it moving. At any rate, thank you guys so much for joining us. I went to the pop-up shop last year. It was on my birthday last year, so it was a celebration, celebrate me and I guess the pop-up too. At any rate, you guys make sure you get out. I will actually be out of town this year, but still sending support. Still gonna try and shop vicariously through somebody that's still in town. So make sure you guys get out there and support. Michael and Candace always put on a good event. I've been a participant and I've been a shopper. So it's always great. Keeps growing. I just had a really good time. The vibes were great. Got to meet some new people, new businesses. I mean, they run the gamut from teenagers, young people to more experienced vendors. So make sure you guys get out there and support. I don't know if anyone else has anything to say. I see that we have Mayor Kevin Brown online. I want to give you a shout out for joining us this morning. All of our members for joining. I see our wonderful leadership, and I would be remiss if I did not mention our amazing leadership team that's on this morning. Ashley Rodriguez, who is our treasurer. Again, Dr. Rocky Marsh and Monte Boynton. Again, I can't be an effective leader without having an amazing team. So thank you to you guys. I always want to remind folks that, in the bigger cities, the chambers are paid positions. What we do is on a volunteer basis, which means we have a passion for making sure we get this information and provide these resources to the community. So I thank you for this wonderful leadership team, and I thank you for the amazing members that we have. I see Rosaline is online, and Rosaline has been there since day one. Again, huge shout out to Mr. Michael Muhammad, aka Michael Soul, who got things rolling for us with the chamber here all the way back in 2021. So thank you for your hard work and dedication to make sure that we have this available for our members. But that being said, if you guys have any questions, make sure to check the comments. Again, if you know anyone that could benefit from this information, especially regarding the government shutdown, please refer them to our YouTube channel, which is River Valley by Chamber of Commerce. This will be available for playback. So if you have a bad short-term memory or can't remember everything, please make sure to direct them to our YouTube channel to get this. Again, Monte said he will be posting this on our social media platforms as well. So again, thank you for joining. You guys have a great day. Be prosperous and peace. Have a good one. Bye.